13 on Your Sidelines. Sponsored by Rand Insurance Group. A better path forward.
8 weeks have come and gone, making this the final Friday of the high school football regular season.
But still, there are playoff spots and conference titles to be won before the playoffs begin next week, so the stakes could not be higher at our 13 on Your Sidelines Game of the Week.
It is between Coopersville and Cedar Springs, where 13 on Your Sidelines' Jacob Seuss is live with a preview.
All right, guys, before we get into the sports, I'm going to put my George Lessons hat on for a second and let you know it is cold out here. For the first time during our 9 weeks of high school football, it feels like true football weather out here. It is gray, it is windy, should make for a good football atmosphere. And this is the first year of the River Cities Alliance, and that conference championship will be won tonight. That's our game of the week, Coopersville against Cedar Springs, but it gets a little complicated, so stick with me here as I try to break it down for you. If Coopersville gets the win tonight over Cedar Springs, the Broncos are the conference champions. It is as easy as that. If Cedar Springs gets the win, that's where things then tend to get complicated. If Cedar Springs wins and Lowell loses their game tonight against Greenville, then Cedar Springs is the conference champion. But if Cedar Springs wins tonight and Lowell beats Greenville, then Lowell is the conference champion by virtue of a tiebreaker because the Red Arrows beat Cedar Springs in their game earlier this season. But Coopersville beat Lowell. That was in our game of the week much earlier in the season. That was Lowell's pink out game. So if the Broncos win, that is the easiest path for them to a conference championship. This has been a super competitive conference in the first year here. The Broncos got upset by Kennewick Hills 2 weeks ago in their last conference game. They had a chance to clinch that night, and that is what took us to tonight. And we have some games tonight that are conference games, some games that are out of conference, and some games where teams are fighting for a playoff spot. So plenty of action tonight coming up at 5:30. We're going to break that down a little bit further, much more than our game of the week. But for now, live in Coopersville, Jacob Seuss, 13 on Your Side Sports.
Complicated scenario for tonight.
Yeah.
That's why
Good
it's going
luck
to be
to
a good
them.
one. Yeah. Those high school football fans should stay dry tonight, but there is some rain in the forecast next week.
Blake is back with another look at the full forecast next.